I want to show you why William Brown would never work more than 4 hours per day while managing a company that generates $500,000 per month in net profit. And this is the exact strategy that he taught his most successful students like Nero Knowledge to make millions in a student's revenue, and it takes years to understand all of the concept of this video and gather them together, but I'm gonna give them all away to you for 20 minutes. So if you stick with me about 20 minutes, I'm gonna give away all of the concept that he teaches his students with his paid program. If you don't know me, I'm Rodman and I make long strategic videos about how to double or triple the amount of money that you're making with your online business. So it's not about a new VSL, it's not about appointment setters or a better payment process. None of these things actually works. We are going to talk about a 4-step process named as TCVS: traffic, conversion, sales process, and value. And we as founders, we want to automate this process as much as possible to work less and make more. Because if you think about that, if you are making 20 or 30k per month while working 12 hours per day, your time literally worth about $120 per hour, as same as an expensive employee, right? So we don't want that. We want to remove the low leverage works while scaling the business into double or triple the amount of money that you're making right now. So let's start this video by traffic, because everything starts with traffic, and if you double your traffic, you're just doubling your sales, right? So the thing that most of the people get it wrong is that they focus on Instagram first because it's easier to record short form videos, but they're actually wrong. You should focus on YouTube, because when was the last time that you went to Instagram to learn something? You never did this. You go to Instagram to get entertained, but you go to YouTube to learn something. And a buyer would buy from someone that received the most value from. So we are managing our time between YouTube and Instagram. It's the 80-20 game, right? So sometimes you're just ahead of your clients and you don't have their point of view, right? So if you're selling online coaching offers, you already got so ahead of the client's point of view and you can't figure out what's their pain points, what's their problems. That's the reason why I made this Google Doc. With this form, you will have all of the AI prompts that I use for all of my clients to do market research for them, and you'll access all of them. If you want that, I'll put the link of it completely for free without giving your email or phone number in the description. So we want to look at what our market is. We want to target an unserved market, then find out the pain points and problems using AI, the solutions, the examples of pain points, why people would buy from you, objections, competitors, and long form ideas. And when you have all of these informations about your clients, first you will never run out of content ideas. And then, as Louis Berger, the guy behind all of Iman Gaji marketing, says, you will never sell to a market unless you know them better than they know themselves, right? So now you are in the position that you know your clients, but you don't know what content ideas will actually get views. If you're trying to follow the trends, but you're falling yourself into the same bucket as all of your competitors. So when you look at Alex Hormozi, you expect long breakdowns full of value strategies, right? So when you see these guys copying Alex Hormozi's strategy, you immediately say, oh, I've seen this content before. This is Alex Hormozi type of content, right? So when you find yourself type of content and many people come and copy from you, then all of the people are like, yeah, I've seen this before. This is someone else's type of content, right? And they're gonna always buy from you because you were the first person that they actually saw their videos. So let's open this AI and you can get a clear idea of how to use it. I'll put the link of this in the Google Doc as well. So I feed this AI and told him that the market that I'm going to target is women who are trying to find their husband. They're feeling so lonely and they're so hardworking and they're scared of toxic relationships. And I feed it with more information and it comes up with really, really beautiful angles that I'm sure none of the copywriters around the world would be able to come up with these ideas. Insane, like chef kiss. So let's look at some of them actually. So it's saying, for example, fear of being too much for their potential partner. Think about that. Women have fear of being too much for their partner and not getting anything in return. Beautiful angle. Or look at here, 78% of dating app users feel emotionally, mentally, or physically exhausted from dating apps. And then I asked this AI, what type of content should I put for my long form videos? And it really broke it down, like 15 to 20-minute deep dive videos and why it's work. And it literally gave me YouTube topics like from boardroom to bedroom, the 5 mindset shifts that attract your dream man, the busy woman dating strategy. These are the topics that no one can come up with. It's only the thing that these AI with the right prompt can give you. So it's also giving more information. And I said, based on what you know from my ideal client profile, give me some hooks. So for example, I probably shouldn't share this, but here's why every successful woman is single, right? Beautiful, beautiful, right? So now we move on. Now that we have all of these people coming to the business and they're interested to learn more, now when we are talking about conversions, William Brown is the first, because out of each 600 people that watch his videos, he get one client, and that's an insane conversion. So let's see what he's actually doing that he gets this much conversion. So let's look at his topic. He's like, here's how I might be able to help you. Nothing crazy, because if you say, here's how you're gonna make millions, you're basically saying, I want to make money out of your pocket. But if you introduce yourself in a quick video, you're like, I want to help you. When you make this feeling in people's mind that I don't need your money, I just want to help you, as Alex Hormozy is doing this, as William Brown is doing this, you will be the market leader because you get 100 times more conversions than the others. So video sales letter, no, I don't guess actually they work. Like Iman Gaji style VSLs, no, I don't think it will really work for you right now. So here's something interesting. He made some FOMO at the beginning, like is saying your video is playing right now, click to unmute. So this will make you feel like, oh, the video is playing and I'm missing it, let's just click on that, right? And people who are going to book the call are the people who have spent the most time in the landing page. So you shouldn't be like the topic video button and this is the end of landing page. You should let them scroll as much as they want in your landing page. So that's why I think this is a perfect landing page. I mean, look at this. You have the video, and right now, if you unmute that,
Hey guys, it's Will. In this quick,
it's just little cozy place that you can spend your time on, right? And smoothest scrolling, you see how we can help you build, grow, exit your business, and you see it's explaining the exact process that I'm breaking down right now: traffic, sales, conversions, values, right? And then we can see some testimonials, some proof, and at the end, it's so cool that he has frequently asked questions, because people have questions, and at the end you can see help people make money, have fun, which is super cool. So actually take your time, 30 minutes, and book a founder assessment discovery to understand what you should be working on first. I'll put the link of that first link in the description. So the first link in the description and in the pinned comments as well. That what you should start with first. Maybe your traffic is lacking, your conversions or sales processes, all of them will be fixed. We are also going to work on the values, which is the most important aspect of your business, right? So after you fill your calendar with qualified meeting, you have to automate your sales process to work less hours and make more money. And trust me, you don't need a new appointment setter, you don't need any DM funnel, and you don't need a sales call even. So the main task is basically automating this sales process and focus on the next step, which is value. So The two things that you have to do to achieve this is hire talented sales rep and train them. If you want to dive deeper into this, again, the assessment discovery call, I'll put that link of that in the description. I'll teach you exactly how you can do this. And then when you are sleeping, you can see clients are closing all over the board. And you have to hire people who take percentages between 3 to 5% of each deal, because if they're only going to get paid out of commissions, they're going to take more sales calls, they're going to perform better because their salary depends on it. Also, you won't pay them until they make you money, right? So you're going to get rid of the sales process yourself. And actually, when you're sleeping, your closers all over the world, they're closing clients. And imagine waking up, scrolling through your notifications, and you see 15K coming to your bank account while you're sleeping. How cool would that be? So we want to now focus on the most important aspect of your business, and I can't stress this enough, because William Brown says next, with a few $1,000s added to your bank balance and with a new customer or client successfully onboarded, you'll then provide value and help them get the promised outcome or results. As Nero Knowledge, the client of William Brown, is getting insane results with YouTube. I mean, look at this video. This video got 1.7 million views. This is a big credibility for William Brown. First, you can use them as your case study, and this will give your name a lot of credibility. And then they will introduce you to all of their friends, and you can easily make 15 to 20K per month on top of the things that you're doing right now, easily, with no marketing, right? And then your name gets to all of the audience that they have, right? So if you don't get results, on the other hand, you will lose the opportunity of getting referrals and word of mouth, which worth about 15 to 20K per month itself. So high numbers, right? And then he can make a bad video about you. Imagine getting a client, not getting results for him. He can easily make a video on YouTube that blows up, and then after that, other people will also make bad videos about you. So this is the thing that you understand when you're working with clients, is that more data you track for them, easier it will be for them to achieve results. So you're tracking all of their information. If you're working B2B, you're collecting, for example, their closing rate and their show up rate. If you're working B2C, you're tracking their like weight loss in the last week, right? So these are just examples I came with them out of my mind. And you want to first logically and physiologically help them achieve results. What does that mean? First, you want to give them a strict plan to follow, and then you want to motivate them to actually achieve that results, right? And then you want to build everything out of a strategy. Just ignore this off, and then keep the conversation up. Always talk with your audience, have some sort of connection with them, whether that's your coach that is coaching the clients, or whether that's you having one-on-one with clients each single week. Talk with them, ask them questions like were you satisfied with the results you got last week? How much you're looking for next week? When they're saying themselves, yeah, it was so satisfying to make this money, even if you don't hit the promised number, they're gonna drop. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one. Bye.